And welcome to Happy Havoc, day 12 here in the channel. Yesterday we began chapter 4. I'm going to try to, I say try, because, you know, never goes how you think it'll. Especially after 4 day, they'll look. We've confirmed that Sakura was, was a spy because we found her body and she was unfortunately dead. Um, so yeah, she was being manipulated by Monokuma to work as a spy because of he had somebody kidnapped. Yeah, Sakura's
dead? She's really dead?
Ready into talking, my eyes are steadily forward. They're steadily forward. I can only look on Sakura's dead body. I didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Running to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. Was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Or checking her pulse or reaction? I have to get to them. I have to get to the others. Owie. Hina's articulates Hina's left the dark room. And I. Why? Why does this have to happen? That's all I could say. Repeat over and over again. Examine Sakura's body. Merciless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. Stood there unable to do a thing that time just passed. After I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
Org?
Yes.
Oh, dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. Don't look so pleased, dipshit. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
Get out this is down right, so you know what that means. Sakura's smart, but someone in this very room. Is that what you're gonna say?
Huh?
No. You killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your
What
fault!
are you? What? Hirobaki and Toko. What do you kill Sakura? What?
What?
Accusing us before we begin the investigation? Don't need to investigate anything. You hate her. You hate the sight of her. What do you do? I know it. You know it? Geez, I didn't know the pallor would creep back. Emma's just getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come
Hey,
on!
let me hand out my little murder flyer.
It's
Check the next Monokuma file.
Yeah.
Come here, Athena. Or you're ruin that little sweet face of yours. Get in with that eye. Hold on. Then I want to ask you. Who's you? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you would have fought again and then
In other words...
I killed her? They're not quite, actually not even close. Well, the whole thing is totally irrelevant now. General Gullible and without even getting a chance to visit this with me. Thank God that saved me trouble of having to go through a little fight. Yeah, I don't believe you. Not like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey!
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. She violated the rules by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. No, it was. Remember, it was blocking the... This time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You only have one? Before you go pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because your lives all online, right?
What is this?
You're the one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Once I glide of Sakura's shoes are working for the mastermind on all. How can you say that now? I'm tired of squabbling. Next game has already begun. You're gonna be angry, someone be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
A top priority is needs to be uncover Sakura's killer. Don't do that, we're all dead. Side Hill will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? Okay. Let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
He is guard no one, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? Just throw them aside. It's time to stand by and watch quietly. Set an order. An order?
That's fine.
I'll stay behind. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! There's something I want to say,
What?
which is... Baketako, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. Huh? What?
It's your
Why
fault!
don't you kill Sakura?
I won't forgive
Someone
you.
like you come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Those stupid, our lives are in much danger. It's yours, we have the right to investigate. Don't care what you say, I'm not letting one kill Sakura anywhere near her. Because I have to use force, you're not getting in there. For a discussion with you, a waste of time. What a compromise.
It's all clear.
Yes, in this... What? You don't really care, do you? You're both losers anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'm gonna spend my time coming up with another splendid fancy following master anyway. You hear, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, the only thing for once I care.
It's all clear now.
Decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing decided.
Calm down.
I get feeling it, but you should agree to this one request. But,
Hey,
to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, we get none of Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. Well, what? Back here. It's like aren't allowed to touch her. Actually, I want to touch a filthy dead body.
Listen,
Instead of fighting, we need to focus on the investigation from here on out. We'll keep this in mind if we can't uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
All of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. No matter, but not a matter of hoping we could do it. That's a fact. We have to do it. It's kind of hopeless. There's no choice but to do it. Check the mail file for anything else. Sakura got me. Time of death is estimated around 12 noon. Let's go dark around the third floor of the school. Evidence strong blood to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. It seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think that this might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The rec room's way in the only way to the rec room is the door we just came through. The door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. The killer would have to have escaped somehow after barring the door. The door was blocked from the inside there. There was no way in or out until we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
The classic locker room murder. Yeah, but what if Kuma can get around without no problem, I'm sure. I guess you might see that this kind of thing a lot in mystery or movies or books or whatever. Can it really happen in real life? Right? For areas like this?
hey,
Let's hear about what a locked room murder details. Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
You can break down this kind of murder mystery. There are 4 basic types. Type is the locked room was created after the actual crime was committed. This really means the killer commits his crime, then through a special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approach include the use of string or simple mechanism or number variations. What I have to do is check the door and see what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type lock room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh,
In other words,
basically the kill uses a special contraption or a tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and fires a handgun or shoot an arrow to gap a door or something like that. But in this
however,
case, it doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns and arrows in the skull, and the door doesn't create any gap to allow it. Yeah, I think Paul crushed one off. Saying that what killed her doesn't seem to be any of those that doesn't fit either.
it's true.
Third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's open. What do you mean?
In other words,
They stay hidden when the door is open. They are used to confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they show up along with everyone else, and that's it. That could have been me. Could have been possibly maybe.
it's true.
What violent type is the one actually locked room at all? A locked room?
In other words,
By that, I mean there's actually an escape route somewhere within the room. See, this is a lot of things in novels, but in reality, it's really not possible. You think you could call someone off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. I'm not sure. There's a lot of mysteries. There's the basics. There's 4 possibilities. Kyoko, 4 possibilities seems the most likely in this case.
It's true.
That's a good question. The answer to that should be given primarily main focus on the trial. Now I can't really say. Let's see. I close up the locker room until I forgot the truth behind Sakura's death. And definitely a tough mystery. I need to constantly investigate it as much as I can. With Sakura, if nothing else. She's looking at a wrapper.
Huh?
Oh, that's... You right, guys, seen it?
Well,
Oh, yeah, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got upset when she found out Jesse's jacket attacked me, right? I just emphasized I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a bit. So you gave candy to Sakura? That big box in the warehouse, I really like them. If I got in the warehouse, I took the entire box to my room. Made sure no one else got their hands on them. You like them that much? If I want Sakura to try one for themselves, so I gave it to her. It's also their flavor. There's a glass getting across all around Sakura's chair it was sitting on. The glass is red and looks like a bottle. The top and section of somebody here right in the back of the head, it looks like. This one was like been a bottle. Something on the ground near the glass. Figuring it fits in the palm of my hand. Some on a coma figure. Bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. That's the cover Sakura, right? But that doesn't make any sense. So far from when she died. Sakura drew a last breath thing and slipped forward in his hair. Maybe the blood of the head Sakura suffered. No one would have a problem believing that. So it's killed her, but according to Mount Cooper's, she also found the blood. Get a trace of blood on the lips. Could have caused her to vomit blood. But she didn't suffer any injuries. Here, getting hit in the head caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. Bakia.
That's fine.
Guys, I'm landing in a more interesting location. Interesting? I
Naturally.
think, don't you agree? I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. Like a bottom of Blathley has to be connected why she died. Four balls lined up on the shelf. Inside each of them, some kind of Monkuno figure. What I'm wondering is how they get these figures inside the bottle. Good question.
So,
They're filling a standard chip in a bottle. Huh? Bottle's open and smaller than the both plates inside. You seen it? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
The Monokuma version of Monokuma bottle, if you will. Let's try to make sense of it little by little. Cup ball sitting on a shelf. Monokuma figure found on the ground. The red side of the glass was probably started out as a bottle. Thanks, I figured that one out once I saw the picture of it. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Charge the glass of the Monokuma figure out evidence of that. It's the same that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. It's looking that way. Plastic container rolling around near the door.
so,
Looks like the protein drink is empty. Sakura must have drunk it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein drinks. She mentioned how more than once how the protein was good for all kinds of ailments.
wrong.
I'd take that hard if I were you know. But still, protein can. It's got a label on it, Chema A2. Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab has all kinds of old stuff. I got this from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. What is it?
Hey,
See what's scattered around the can? That's a light blue glass. It must be the parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But just aren't scattered around they're underneath it. I intentionally read that because I'm like, wait a minute, they're underneath it. I'm like, that's right. What does that matter?
So,
Can't say for sure, but you're probably gonna want to make a note of that. Little fun clue later on. I'm not sure I see how. Because. Okay. No, that's not. No, that wouldn't be unusual. You think about it, if. Well, we push it out of the way to get inside, but that was blocked, which doesn't even look big enough to block it. Maybe I don't understand that, but block the door. But his, especially if it's empty, maybe the container is heavy. I don't know. Not that unusual when you're thinking about it. Like he's got a point. Like we break the glass, knock the thing over, and land on top. That wouldn't be unusual. I think of it like.
what the heck?
You know who did it. Taco her had to be one of them. Can't stand the sight of her. Greet me, don't you, Makoto? I don't know what to say anything for sure about finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her, you know, right here in the rec room. What? That's office this morning. Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again, she told me. She left a note for each of them. To meet here in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma said she died right around then. She introduced her right from Sakura herself. I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. Said not to worry that she wanted to talk to them. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, then this would never have happened. You know, possibly not to have regrets, I know. The fact that she had asked the three to meet with her and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon at the same time and place he ended up dying. Get to confirm that I started with them, three of them directly.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. I don't like to talk about. Make it quick. The true Sakurai asked you to meet her in the rec room. Well, now interesting. That's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. Well, what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note up to shreds, threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. In fact, I said you didn't go to see her. Is that true? I can't prove. Until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
You're finished. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. That's inside the handprint? What's the
Why?
handprint doing there? Like someone touched inside the locker and left fingerprints on the dust.
It's true.
It's quite fresh too. Say someone was hiding here in the locker room and let the something extra. So then, let's kill a head in there till the locker opened, don't you think? Confusion and popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Which is not thought possible. Why not?
Hey,
Before the door, we locked inside the room, right? It was open. It was already open at that point, yeah, true.
indeed.
So it could have happened until after we opened the door. So then, what does that handprint mean? Chair shoved against the doorknob so we can get in. Get the door open? Of the stringer mechanism was used to the chair. But the chair, no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Shelf of magazines, that also from my magazines here.
However,
That could have been killed. Yeah, that's not tape would go down with a fight.
it's true.
Certainly did, I would say. She felt from Marcella a strong body, mind, and spirit. So how was the kill able to get the upper hand on her? Did someone get the upper hand? Take her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly would have needed to if they expected to stand a chance against her. So the mailing has been tampered with. The noticeable is just a smashed window. This happened, of course, to break inside and over the string and the door. No one has anything suspicious about the door itself. And they haven't examined both the door and the chair. That's the reason the door didn't open so simple because the chair was shoved against. The chair is shoved against it. Wait a minute, how did they? I don't even. No. Kept the doorknob for turning it, door opening. It's this door. So wait a minute, wait. So was the chair not the katana that was held against the door? So if it was lying there, why was it? Yeah, okay, now we're starting to understand it. Why is that glass underneath it? Yeah. Chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from inside, not from outside.
Listen.
Call your finished your general investigation. I think so for the most part.
So then,
They think you should go talk to people now. Oh my god, dear, I can't leave.
Listen to
So I
me.
decided you'll go in my place. She decided? Got a lot more pushy since we had our issue. That's right, I decided I do have to go talk to the other sucker who wanted me to meet with the two other people need to hear what they have to say. To be able to back their rooms. I don't think he's could have just done that in the room, but. After a few seconds. Who's there? I was thinking of our folk. I've told the K.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She doesn't look like she's in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Actually, I know I took a so that not in the hall.
What do you want?
You wanted to talk to me about something? The fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with you. What? I don't know
Well,
what you're talking about. Fakio told me she had asked to meet with him. She wanted to meet with the master too? Did you say two, didn't I? I guess that was totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. You telling me about it? I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was so scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. I claimed she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Or was I had no choice but to accept this fact? Get up, I'm going back to our room. Retreat back to our room. Teacher's room. Last room. Next room. Sakura's room. Next room. Get there. There we go. After a few seconds.
You know?
Just wanted to check something about Sakura. Wanted to meet with you. How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Maybe the gaze into my soul. Have you abilities? I'm not the only one you want to meet with. Yeah, we know. Oka told me herself she wanted to meet with Baki and Taco to come too. Well, when did Sakura tell you that? When they asked to meet with her, of course. She write you a note? Yeah, a note. She
How about
gave
that?
to me in person when they had. She happened to mention the others like in passing. Girl, that's suspicious. Wait, with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
I saw Uka was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at
I've
me.
seen her since. Oh, Mary, you can show me the note she gave you. I still have it.
Hey,
Looks like I
come
don't
on.
have it anymore. With a smile face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something fall to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Huh? Ah. Quick as the wind, Hero snaps back up and showed up in his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash. Forgot to throw it out. Trash?
What?
Good night. The ogre asked me to meet with me, but whenever I went, so if you excuse me, Spy here slipped back in his room. Said that was trash, but there's no way that was all to it. Let's do it. So I've heard from Taco and Hero. What next? I have to look at the crime scene again. Oh, the crime scene's by the top of that. I should find out more about the protein can that is found in the dark room. Sure, it came from the chemical lab. So where should I start?
What?
Oh, did you have an eye in the chem lab too? Oh, good thing it's found in the dark room. Of course we had to stupid not to come here. So make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. Give it. Say yes, sir. I understand. I'm not Taco. You're not the master. But the master being an asshole. My first time. This is my first time seeing the self bite. Just can't go over how big it is. Take a close look at it. It's like the three shelves have been connected. Gotta find one down shelf. The point now. The palace is all in front of it. Be careful that stuff in it. And the shelf is well, oh, and one look I can tell it's dangerous. Chemicals, like poison and other powerful chemicals. Okay, contains a shelf labeled with the letter C number. I guess I could consider them as part of the shelving until section C. And this shelf is the chemicals. I have no idea what they are. Regan said that presumably they used in experiments to bring about special chemical reactions. Lived in such ignorance for so long, it must be Mr. Jolly Bliss. Wasn't that kind of harsh?
What?
Right. You think studying science and mathematics is no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
What's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. Extend the shelf to label the letter B in the number. I guess I could say this part of the shelving until unit B. I don't see anything out of the order in here. I guess I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Here's on this shelf. The detailed supplements and different medicines. Protein drinks refined in the dark room probably came in the shelf. Cans have the little A and a number. I guess that is part of the shelving section A. Wait. A bottle labeled chemical CAX 9. Put it here on accident? Trying to find out if it's a shelving unit. It's split into 3 sections. The dietary supplements, section B has a random, section C has lethal chemicals. Second also gotten into the protein powder. What concerns me is section A, there was a bottle of the label for section C. What's a bottle of poison from section D doing in section A? What's something going on here? Footprints. Footprints on the left and the front of the shelf. Sort of a link to the scene of crime as a whole. This sketchy, We just sketches up the floor plan. What do you mean we? I'd kind of get off or... Oh, Uncle Smarky hand me a piece of paper and pen.
What?
Let's go, chop chop. Okay. Get to work for long and drawn up a sketch in a room. How's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me?
I see.
Yeah, it's interesting. Here, whoever left the footprints like a business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight that shelf and did whatever they had to do and then left. The footprints tell me.
I see.
Footprints must be.
It's certainly
Color, are those yours?
possible.
No!
What?
You know, let me see his shoes. I confirm the size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I finally did what Becky said. Sure appears to be too big. So I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, with how clear the prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they did belong to. It's really be a valuable clue. Could be it was a killer. The broken bottle on the shelf, is that where the pal came from? Never looked that way. Looks like a bottle label on C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? The fourth floor is fine checking things out. Now the point in the room wasn't like this. Press was spilled.
So in other
Press
words,
was spilled around time of the incident. So the case in when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. I've checked it out. There's nothing left to check. Oh, check this again. There's nothing left to check. How could there be anything left to check? Let's see if the check down here. Done. So again, it's not even. Let's check. Last ball.
so in other
Yeah, there's nothing left to check. You know, we've gone over this. Seriously, Ill powder, seriously, been like, I think yellow powder scattered on the floor, but not leave footprints. We take a good look at the powder. Yellow powder scattered in front of it. Broken ball looks like the label before. Kind of back at the powder, it's still right around the time of the incident. I can tell for now.
Hey,
That's investigation on. Toko Kyoko with Toko and that girl told me.
I see.
So long back in, they both claimed they didn't see her. Seeing her was all to me and someone must be lying. I was lying.
Anyway,
I probably got my own. Suckers buy and sell for magazines of Kuma balls. Those three things never filled in clues. You do it. Well, to look at one at a time. This is also finding clues from hand. Clue. Hey, the intern's upside down. Don't put that way and back in accident.
hey,
Something catches your eyes. It's important for you to explore the details of what you think. You're right. Picture the inversion. This is pages near the center magazine that has been written in blood with letters. Toko? This be dying message?
correct.
Perry, you found it. Kyoko, is this
So,
this dying message? Someone used their fingers to write it. Dying message.
however,
But it used to be clear. I'm not the one to put it back upside down. Like that when I found it a little while ago. Made sure to put it back as I found it for benefit of others who might have come looking. Is that Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
But she killed her, right? Well, it can't. It hasn't been confirmed yet.
forgive
No,
me.
at least to kill her for sure. Because that evidence, right? Use a trail. I can see why she was stick deaf, but it seems too easy if anything. That it makes me that much more suspicious. Especially if we know she was died there. Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from it.
Just a second.
By staring off into space is not gonna help you find anything. Yeah, I know, but
Hey,
do you think you might need to actually examine the body? No getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't call at the thought of testing in her body. I just completely unemotional. I think I've grown previously used to it. I still sometimes, how calm you are. That's the depth I can't get used to it.
it's true.
Yeah, it's totally normal. How can you?
So,
Because I've been playing on two Dead Bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
Wait, look here. Shoes.
correct.
That yellow powder in the depth, yeah, stands out.
I see.
Powder is a clue in it. Number one. No powder's been added to truth bullets.
Hey,
Next to the one they're at, look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you it's a incredibly difficult spot, so let me
It
explain.
would seem...
Didn't suffer a single blow. Got 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Sing out, you say there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands are spotless, absolutely no trace of blood in either one.
It's true.
Maryland examining her body in detail. She was able to learn that just by looking at her body. Okay, anyone but kid could have pulled that off. They said they found the clue involving their Kuma balls. Something new. Chess pieces.
Hey,
See, did you figure out? There's a connection between all the balls. Pay attention, I'm sure you find it. Correlation? Can you just tell me what it is?
so...
I'm not gonna discard the clues, but giving you a conclusion isn't a good idea. You need to come to a conclusion so everyone's confident in the outcome. It's not just you don't trust me, right? No, answer. I do trust you to this degree. No one ever told you anything to begin with. You did agree?
Hey,
So one thing about the amount of Kuma balls bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment with the car. Don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway,
Get a piece of the ball, broken Vancouver ball. Try to get the small pieces too. I don't. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to be messing with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
Right then, Star investigate, so it's fine. I'm next to the bike street.
So then,
Not here. I need to get something from the chem lab. I'm gonna try to get all the pieces. That kid could left the room. I don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? Better just do it. I picked the broom and dustpan and got to work. Got all the broken ball pieces. Since I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Thing right, let's get to work. Guys, better what are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab, so we're gonna use it to compare weights. Wait, what? This glass I collected one of the Monokuma balls is still intact. Why? What do you want to do that? That's a funny experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
Let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma balls. It's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma ball weighs about the same. Makes sense. The Monokuma ball's figures are basically the same. Nothing else could affect the weight.
so then,
Here's the important part. Pull the piece back at the same time. Pick up on the side of the scale. What do you expect? No assumption would be bounce out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. It's best to put them all, but there's a chance I still miss some here. There.
so then,
Let's give it a try. Huh? Pieces are heavier. How's that possible?
I knew it.
That thought. What?
In other
Let's
words,
expand the correlation between each of the balls and put it together, all together.
hey,
I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. I think it's all in you.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
The time right, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. Whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. Or happens I have to make something happen. Could be a sound so everyone began to make me up one after another. And then the ultimate martial artist. Locker room murder mystery.
what?
Discover the power of most of the cons. Like no matter how awful something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes,
For
indeed.
example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. It's just plain creepy.
Well,
But the reverse.
phew.
How great it is, you put in the sad face is super negative.
Yes,
Like, for
indeed.
example, you're around your friends. He's right, that does make me sad.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And please get in the elevator. I'll see you down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I'll get you guys. You actually so casual after murdering someone.
Don't
I think
look at me!
I'm acting casual.
Don't be
I haven't
mean!
murdered anyone. Please, I don't think you called me a murderer.
What the heck?
Ever. Truth revealed soon enough. No doubt one of us is the culprit. Killer. One that murdered Sakura. Too stronger than anyone I know. If someone killed her. Person's here? Person's one of us? Put in this. We're gonna wait towards the elevator. Step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I felt chilling fear running through me and trying to make me rot from the inside out. Every time I go through this, it never got any easier. Sometimes I'm still prison in total silence. Once the door closed, I felt it began to sinister descent. Nothing lower than its uttering its all too familiar clunky sound. It felt lower and lower. And as sudden as always. Alright, it was over. Door opened once again. It's sick of you, huh? Really? So few. You must be so lonely. To say that's not your fault, Loeb. We're all dead left. Oh, the class traveled in with one less classmate, or still it's gonna end up completely.
Now then.
And I'm ready to get out. Drill. Find his signed seat. So the curtain opens for the fourth time. Deadly Summit, Deadly Semblance, Deadly Betrayal. Deadly Relay, Deadly Prince, and Deadly Creed. Deadly Class Trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Hey, we're gonna take a little bit break here so I can get fresh drink and stuff before we continue on with the trials. We're back in just a few moments to continue on with day 12, and we'll finish up chapter 4 of Happy Havoc here on the channel. And we're back. Sorry, I was taking care of a few things. Alright, now let's
If you can figure out who, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. Now then.
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we've
The
heard
one
that
who
before.
killed Sakura. is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
You don't have an
I
alibi.
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that it's one of those three is the killer. She must have reason for believing that.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying
It's
so?
derping.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
It was one of you.
Yeah,
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
that was right.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her. Shoot. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
I didn't do it when
And
it
what
was
reason
supposed
do you
to.
have
Did
for
it?
saying
Because
so?
the thing gave me,
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason accusing us?
Oh my god, stop missing, you
That's about
fucking
as
piece of
low
shit
as
game!
you can get.
It's Junpei fucking good fucking hit. You piece of fucking shit game. I'm not missing.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
It's eating missing game.
And what
It's
reason
eating.
do you have for
It's
saying
fucking
so?
eating.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
What?
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason accusing us?
There we go. Why didn't it do it the first time that went through?
Another
What
reason
you
you
doing?
suspect
I'm
them
not
is
doing
because
that.
Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Get this girl Hina there. It's gotta be. Girls and sex by all three. I mean, one of them did it.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. Saw her.
No, it's wrong.
You've already admitted you saw her.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Yeah, but we saw that.
No, it's...
Also wrapped in the rec room.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Well, here it says it can't be right. Well, it's given a candy at the instant nurse's office.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Quite a sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Very suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Saying this is B.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How'd you even know that?
Dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. I found the magazine was dying in the shelf. That dying message on the
I
shelf.
got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Yep.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does
Yep.
it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Definitely some strange about it. Could have found the dying message during the investigation of the case. It clearly contradicts what her told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, it doesn't. You weren't in the room. How would you know it?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body...
No, it's wrong.
It was on the shelf, so it couldn't have been there.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Yeah.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without doubt. That's why I do doubt. No way Sakura wrote that message.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
That's only 7% and you're right.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. The end is 9. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Got better than
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura
that's
wrote
all
that dying
good.
message.
do it right.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Yeah.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Are you gonna kill her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Okay. Piece of candy, it might help give you some energy. Okay, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. Get ended today. And everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
And what?
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
That's one problem with that. The room is
I
locked.
can't believe
Locked.
you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
I'm not totally sure.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
Exactly, the chair in
And
front of the
until
door.
we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
She didn't know, Bap, because he was not there when we opened the door.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden.
Or
does
why
it?
the chair was blocked.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
Yeah.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
It's in this case is that Hiro is the killer. I have to prove that. Strike 2 strikes to the head.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just one.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Yep.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2
Good question.
wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma
We've
bottles
already
must
figured
have
that out
been
because
used.
we can see the chest pieces.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Alright.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had inside.
Wait, 2.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
These are 2 different ones.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Alright.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
We saw them
That's easy.
before.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Oh, chest pieces. Should have Monokuma balls and it still makes them clear. It must be the Monokuma freaking balls holding. It's so easy. Come on, what the fuck? It's the right fucking... Why is this not working? Doesn't make any sense here. I know I'm pushing it right. I know I'm doing the right thing to the left. I know I'm doing right. Why is this not working? Didn't make any sense. That's just against the logic of everything that we know in this game. You're not supposed
Now
to
I
be clicking on it
understand.
right then all of a sudden you click on it. What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense. If I just click on it, you
That's
time
it!
all this.
The chest pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was... the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those four.
Oh, missing 2 pieces.
And on the ground was the knight.
Missing 2 pieces is what we found before.
So the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Well, the event is broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Yeah, way too many pieces. The only way to
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
I'll explain why one bottle is
What
heavier
is
than
this
the other. One
evidence?
piece is heavier than one bottle.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Exactly.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
You know, the death second missing equivalent balls in the case. Used by falling it,
I got it!
We gotta go with the second
The
attack.
bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
You know where she could be.
You just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
That's so ridiculous.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Not ridiculous at all. I proved that Toko was hiding in the rec room. I haven't. She left it there for anyone to play. You know, but pressing the right button during a foul strike without second thought, you have to pay a little bit extra attention when you finish a bullet. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to be used during your coup de grace. The same way as during non-stop debate, simply press the left bumper. Basically, use the logic. It says the kind is we'll choose from. This is the case on purpose. You pretend you just set them mean regardless. This one, this is okay. Looks okay. That's not fair. You get right to the game now. Come on. Let's have fun.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. That's enough!
This should prove it.
Yeah.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
They did.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
You mean that's ideal?
Haha, guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Oh, well,
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
yeah.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Keep telling me that he was gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the boat.
That's the. Get some words from here. You know, on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
I'm not sure.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
That over here is it. I want to kill Sakura is.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Except that it's not possible. That's well because she was on it where she stood of her.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Exactly.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
Yeah.
Until we take care of that,
Thank
we
you
can't
for
say this
bringing
case
that
has
back
been
up,
properly
Kyoko.
settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
When he took it, was hiding in the locker.
I got it!
No, he could have been lying there because
Even
he saw
before we
it
open
open.
the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
There'll be missing something so important. It's not a possible explanation needed.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, it's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Which is weird. And we found blood coming from her mouth.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe?
Oh, yeah, no,
Then
you-
let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Very good question. Well, poison bracket shows I'm sure how he got it. I'm sure I know he got it.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprits switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Somebody poisoned there. Can't believe my eyes. I could put the bottle poisonous lips in.
Huh?
As I was so shocked I was seeing all we could do stand there once. The actual thing in the wall back at calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Somebody switched the bottles.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Here's the look at the bottle, scrap that. No. I'll scrape the bit of the contents from my finger, puts it to a tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
So somebody
Which
did
makes
switch
one
the bottles.
wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Oh, bottle of poison was actually filled with protein power. Content of the poison must have been in, could it be? The
Now I
protein drink,
understand.
obviously.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
So there should have to be. Footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
What?
Tina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Okay,
Ogre's
was not
killer
expecting
was...
that.
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
What?
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
This must be...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just you.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person
Yeah, but not
alive can
everybody's like
sacrifice
you, you
themselves
sick
for another.
son of a bitch.
In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Yeah.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah,
Hina,
but that is a problem.
if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just
It
because I'm
matters
guilty, that
everything.
means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the
not
fact
totally
that
sure
I don't
about
want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
But how come? That doesn't matter.
Hina,
Does matter.
please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Until we figure it out. Until we cover the full truth of this case. Yeah, what?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, it's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What? Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
The service I didn't notice I had left a footprint. Ah.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well,
That's what I said. I was shocked. I was like, oh shoot, I was not expecting
What the-
that.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Glass goods are found in the bottle of poison. There are bugs in the rec room window. How to get in the bottle of poison?
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
The bottle should have been when I broke the rec room window. It should have been the 6th May, so...
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Okay.
It was there at least until the window got broken. In
Here.
other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Question.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Question.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
How?
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she could say that is because there's evidence. Proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open because we found the glass underneath it. Which is where we saw the glass underneath it, which doesn't make any sense to it.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, it's wrong.
Again, we have the evidence to back that up. We found that it was on
You remember
top
how
of
there
the
was
glass that
broken
was
glass
broken.
scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about
Yeah,
it?
but you would not find glass
Well,
on
those
underneath.
pieces weren't just
underneath
scattered
something.
around the protein can.
If it had been broken
We
after,
also found pieces underneath the
broken
can.
after,
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the
Yeah.
can must have been put down on the floor after the window was
but-
broken.
yeah, after the window.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
You're not expecting it to be
I see.
on top.
So that's
you would
your
expect it to be the glass to be on top of the top of the
earlier
protein
when you
cake.
asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Oh,
Precisely.
man.
She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
When I got the poison of the chem lab and brought it to the rec room.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
That's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Cook's already chosen the evidence I need. And he hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the—
This should prove it.
Yeah, we found the yellow powder on his shoes.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
We found it right on his shoes.
Did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
No.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
When I killed Sakura, Kexui Sakura the poison that falls into the locker room. There's only one way to explain it.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to get them. I have to get the others. I think you like seeing them left over at room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Yeah.
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
Look out, saw the magazine.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
But they're upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Yep.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Yeah, 'cause Sakura's
So
tough
then,
cookie.
what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves. in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh,
Well, Makoto might be actually
You
a pretty good
still
detective,
haven't
all right.
realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
How do we fall in this situation? You gotta
I
vote
can
for
feel
Sakura
my
and then
energy draining out of
killed
me.
herself.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We killed Sakura herself.
My
Okay, we're done.
entire existence!
What did
Oh,
you say?
truth, huh? I see. Still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Yeah, why'd you cover that up what happened? Didn't come late, you never would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Cause, like what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died. Cause you pushed her in the corner. Y'all killed her. That's why.
You
Don't
should
be
have been the
that
one to
died.
die. What?
You don't mean. Take us all with you. Yeah, you're gonna take us all with. You have to atone for our sins, because everyone, even me, we all killed her. Pay for our crimes.
What?
Serious? That's,
What
you
is
still don't
this?
understand. Let me explain. Is this how much despair Sakura was carrying when she died? Look at this. Really had made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I do it by my own hand. That's found the ground in front of the rec room. Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Think back, I should have seen it coming. Right after Genocide Jack attacked me. Got mad, stormed into the nurse's office. After and calm down, you don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. Can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. I get suffering because of me.
No
Trying
forgiveness.
to protect me, but because of me.
I can't
got hurt.
forgive this.
Sakura, Because of me. It's like they're all trying to kill each other. It's my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. Everything was her fault. That's why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. She asked me to meet with them. Asked to meet with those three? Can't just see how dangerous that is? Oh, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Don't do it if they're ganging up on you once even you. Hina, please don't. Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Sakura. She clearly believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. The friend. Yet.
why?
Yet. Tramp all over film when you did the unthinkable. I just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
I called it a misunderstanding. She believed in you and even listened to what she had to say. I guess Uncle Lester tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? It's a suicide note, Mitt. I was waiting to be killed and do it with my own hands.
Why?
How far you pushed her?
Huh?
What happened to you?
Hina.
Cam. Yeah, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
So glad I got to meet you. So I said, girl, why are you talking like that?
I have a favor.
Huh?
Favor?
Some protein.
Okay, ask you to do. Yeah, I got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. Last conversation there, Anwar. I couldn't lab the protein she asked me for. When I got there, I saw the powder. So I realized I saw someone had taken something from the shelf. Sakura back her room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura,
Please.
please open the door.
Why? Why?
Did she have to die? We could select any other person. Got cut, she bled, she summoned her, or she felt it. So we could that's not normal. Yet, you all blamed her, tried to protect her. Except for just dead weight as the weight that she carried. I didn't even realize it. Hina killed her, all of us. Sakura murdered her.
Why?
To be allowed to live. So you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her guts. That got found in me. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. You'll face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry, Aaron, but you're about to deliver the file to your truck, but
Hey!
taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I didn't really think you have any idea what Sakura was really actually thinking when she died.
What is
Did you
this?
say? Said nothing but your interpretation, right? It's been on a suicide note, man.
What are you
Of course
saying?
I know what you're thinking, because her and me.
In other
What I'm
words,
trying to say is,
yes
it's
indeed.
time for Shiseki. What if it's really like this?
What the heck?
What's that?
Of course.
Isn't that obvious?
Yep.
Suicide Night, Sakura's suicide note. You're here already.
Too
I wrote
bad.
that one that it was all me, baby.
It's
This is what Sakura addressed the put her in a room. What the? You lied to me? You don't
unbeatable.
lie. Lie. It's more like it makes it sound so dirty. I thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well
Got
now,
totally
well now.
took my little scribbles at face value. Didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. Filthy little. I always felt they didn't do anything.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the only ones dragging each other around.
Phew.
You well had factored in. So between you guys. It's a part, it's all part of the production. Okay, scene cut. You know what's your really real suicide.
What are you gonna do?
If you ask for your benefit, I'll read it using my melodic harmonic area voice.
Hey, hey!
You haven't been curious about the suicide note thing. Every day having a note when you kill yourself in the first place.
But hold on.
Or is it killing himself and self-filing, you know? You never can hear the rest of the story. Truth is lost, not giving me lilies.
Enough already.
Go on with it, please.
Yes,
Jeez,
indeed.
talking about Buzzkill, right? Here we go. My good friends, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do this, but you need to know. It's my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It's our final night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of the dojo my family have watched over during the years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
Or that was my greatest weakness. Because I made a mistake giving it to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Probably waited. Dad told the first murder happened, nothing would have moved forward. The mastermind nor expected was the incident involving Sakia. The point the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off to wait until we had reached a stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
After everyone fight with such despair trying so desperately to stay alive, it's my only mistake is succumbing to the mastermind. More than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Saki in the field. That's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because they had a side of real secret, which made everyone else hate her. Just stay true to all of you led her directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, is it? On your accent, Amaran. It's just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
Prefer only accept whatever attack you want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
Since I'm not the enemy, just set me in your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
A betrayal but suspicion disharmony. Knew that eventually would escalate into someone marrying someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
My obligation is to get this situation under control. So the obligation is that I do as the mastermind is committed. As I was told to commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
I mean, if I kill someone, someone will be me. Joseph was safe to help above else. No one else will have to kill anyone. I've decided such conflict among you all will die with me. I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
Let's stop fighting to protect us.
Correct.
Not like because she was weak. It's the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. It's so much no normal person could do that.
However,
There's unlimited strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
I tell you all this because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. Throughout the Mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, it's enough for me. It's the path I've chosen. It's the only way I've left to distinguish myself. See, it's not to bring the class trial to a quick end. So I ask you to do something so unpleasant. I have to leave the rest of you. And the fucking Mastermind stole the notes so it wouldn't be over quickly. What a dipshit. Please talk to Baki Toko and her on my behalf. I can tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. And though I hope to show myself through actions, not word, hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Oh. They were close still.
What are you gonna do?
Man, I'm rolling was totally. Oh, she died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you know, all of us all ended up doing it anyway. To her, that had no purpose at all. There was stupidity meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
Only because you stole the fucking note. Monokuma, if you hadn't stolen the note, they would never almost killed each other. Yeah. There's the blame. I would blame her. Go ahead and she deserves it. Now, the next victim I have been cited. You next friends know he here blames anyone.
Huh?
Follow your own wrong for tricking you. You're in the wrong for tricking you with the fake suicide note. Plus, this wasn't waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. At the end, we see each other. Friends need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. It's all because of the mastermind's hatred.
Well?
I can't blame her. Nobody blame me either.
Ooh-hoo.
Or not their spy and they're really mad because the one that we need to destroy is you and nobody else.
What? What do you want?
That's not how it's supposed to go. Are you sure about this? The killing game is the competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. You're absolutely right about that.
Phew.
I love you, lovely Becca. You understand, don't you? If that's elimination match, whoever survives to win. No doubt those are the rules of the game. I'm bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
You know, both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny reality? Thanks to them, the fate of the cast their own fate for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Play for the game which has no also sense of excitement. That's why I no longer participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? I only have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
The harshest possible punishment under the one who thinks they control me. Okay, does that mean? Don't understand. With my thoughtless sentimentalism, that's what you're thinking. And master go, I go. And if the master mind turns out to be a guy, then I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Now you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
Nyeh.
How boring. Nothing good could come of this. I'm still gonna have some fun time.
What the
The
heck?
fun time? Just forget about the good for nothing. Backstabber, get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
Oh, we're all waiting for punishment time.
What?
Sakura's technically the killer, right? She's dead. You're not gonna.
But
Me?
Wrong.
No, it's just the black in his dead. Doesn't mean I just stabbed so in whatever suit I want. They'll tell you. Did I tell you? I'm very particular about the fair times when I roll.
Listen up.
So it's time preparing my special punishment. I didn't let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
Prepare a special guest. Special guest.
Let's give
Everything
it everything we've got.
Got
It's
punishment time. Oh no. You son of a gun. You suck, man. Him and that mangled hunk of junk. I really took it out of me. I'll go up and play a chicken. Put some workout chickens and where I'm gonna all about grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, smell, grilled, that's where it. Alright, wanna freaking Baron. That's how dangerous it could be, but I still have to do this. Scared I can understand why, but think about even the cards is. Think of me as the inhuman AI, but it's true. It's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
which raced through my heart and soul. Disbelief give way to raw anger. Felt a fairy blade muddy boiling over. Both of my body quickly overflowing and shutting out my mouth. How dare you, that was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
The laptop? That's pretty pathetic. Pathetic in front of a basketball? Shut up. This laptop was my friend. You killed him. You call it amnesia? Oh, you ever call it whatever you want. I used to got my way in trying to find things out.
Just as I thought.
You finally noticed him.
Actually...
If I know, I knew about from the very beginning. Joe was doing something about the laptop. They're using it to analyze data. I actually knew if it played out. It's gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
Still cock enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
The laptop was, guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
I call it word on how you being able to lock something so difficult.
Hey,
Of course. I can't ever get access to that. Yeah, that was just a personal as I had to, formatting.
I want to be able to help.
He wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help us. This is life. Man, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time was made me feel a billion times better.
very
Especially me, that's so soothing. It makes me remember every low and could get even lower. Death was a meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the death of each one of our friends will make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you'll pay for this. Oh, you still remain like unreasonably upset.
Well?
Time to bring the clothes. Oh, but before that, then read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
A little bit left in Sakura's note. Huh? Have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Here's the duck tones of yours truly. It'll act as a clue to help unravel the mystery of the school. What a clue?
Hina.
With the mastermind the whole time I've been here. I also learned one thing, which is it's been done something to us. They've done is we have to close to nowhere and they've done it. Deep in spoiled territory.
Too bad.
Or in the spice, the book club is dismissed for today. Not a book club! Stop the most important bit. Makes your brain rumble, tumble, hey, makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
So stupid point is get back at all of you hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Fine, Greaseballs, have it. But
Too bad.
yeah, it sucks for you, lizards. What's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
This one the last line of the note. Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I'll fight you, bastard. You bastard, no matter what. Seriously. That's a dumb loser, huh? Lay down and die, I'll fight you? Who cares what the dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. Get rest, you know. Oh, consider how you school life of yours. You sure you don't want to graduate? Can you feel kept free from your got the outside world? Do you think about the real long ride? There's parting ways he does before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message says is that less I did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It's after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Hey.
I said something about bodies. What did they say the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb or something? Try to leave school, sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen that stuff in movies and comics and stuff I've heard of. I fell off of thinking about it. Can't afford can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
A class trial's over. Markuma's gone.
But...
What do we do?
Yes.
Else is there, then head back. Okay, let's head out. Get out of here. But, dial back the ego a bit, girl. She could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
Well, it's the channel. The kind of challenge.
Stop
Shut
talking.
up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you have to apologize? I reached a point where I need someone to apologize to me one-on-one.
Sorry.
I can see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal. Capture his flag.
No, 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 no!
Got stuff for these if someone would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? There's absolutely nothing happening here. We're a sleazeball like him.
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
I called you sleazeball because you are a sleazeball.
See.
Calling yourself a death wish. Oh, you're best sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Stop fighting with the master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take. Me. I used to everyone act like friends. That's how it is for now. So Sakura's class trial came in, and we were returned to the hopes. story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. Yellow backgrounds for a long night stuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
And Santa pulled me down along with it, down in sleep. Couldn't. Last time I'd fallen in such a deep sleep. The night still wasn't over for me. Your voice, I can hear a voice. Wake up. Wake up. Dragged me from deep slumber in the haze, self-conscious. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
Wake up. Oh, I see.
Whew.
It's locked, the unbelievably careless. Locked, are you serious?
Hey. Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. 3 a.m. I must be lonely. There's Kuga waking me up at this hour. I thought I would miss the sun so much. Thanks to the metal plates. We don't even know. We're not even sure if. I mean, we could be jerked around about what time it is. I mean, the outside world. We're not even allowed to see what the outside world. It's so late. What's happening?
Makoto.
If you'd ask. What's your favor?
So...
Saka said at the end of her note, I'm not gonna lie down, die, I will fight you. Find out what she meant by that. How do you plan to do that? Kuga put her lips next to me and whispered. Data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Now I know where she was gone. There are words for advice, but doing my half days ahead. Data center. But I thought it was locked. Yeah. I only did it after I was scrolling ahead for the data center on the 4th floor. Went up to the data center, but when I arrived, Kuga's not there. That's where she said meet me here. We're inside. Put my hand at the door and I was starting out of force. It didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was Kuga said? data center on the 4th floor?
What's this?
What are you doing up, mister? Gah! You're gonna lock rooms. Probably it does, you know. Like just trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in the... Yeah, right, but...
Hey!
I can see that you don't. My time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
Like you break in any second, so I thought it was just your friendly reminder. Or sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. Damn, crying out loud. When I get tired, you know. Stop being weird to go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
You know, you up there making a racket. Kyoko! Now you too?
You too? You
Or
guys?
two, you just back to bed. I'm probably like exhausted from the last trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, go. Let's head back. What?
Hey,
Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah, what's going on anymore?
shall we go?
Sure, well, let's just go. Okay. Yeah, go on. You got it. Shoo. So I went back to our rooms. And then,
Goodbye.
hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? Look me up, go to the data center, which just happened to be locked, and then show up late, but leave without checking a single thing. What's all the point of that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be in a conversation as always, but
Goodbye.
good night. Sure. And that was over. I was about to leave.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Kyoko's right next to me. That's the guy what's doing it in my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Chapter 4, outside apologies. The end. Seven? Question mark? To be continued. See the ultimate present.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
4 by Gore. For chapter 4. It's a good spot to end for today. We got to chapter 4, first chapter 4 like I wanted today. So we'll do chapter 5 on Monday. Well, like I said, that's gonna be for today. Oh, it's 4 hours now. I'm glad to have gotten through chapter 4. Everything will line up. We should be able to finish this next weekend like I wanna at this point. Like I said, that's gonna be it for tonight. We're back tomorrow with Horizon Forbidden West. 8:30 in the afternoon, and then and I'll play more Arcade Deluxe tomorrow night. Monday will be like I said, we'll pick up at chapter 5. Hopefully sorry, I was just looking at something that just makes me tear up. But they're doing a special 2-pack Broly with his son. Oh, he's saying that's making me cry. Oh, jeez. It's crying a bit that the Sakura is worth at the end of it, because it's like, just, seeing it on the screen, thanks game, that's in the things. But yeah, we'll probably start, like, Monday we'll start chapter 5 and hopefully finish it on Tuesday. Wednesday, only Wednesday, Zombie Show 21, hopefully finally returning. Thursday, Thursday, Horizon Forbidden West, Day 4 in the afternoon, and Thursday night, hopefully market. And Friday and Saturday, if everything goes as planned, we should be able to finish this. So chapter 6 in the epilogue. Yeah. At the upcoming schedule on the channel, say for fun. We got lots of games coming up. Like I said, we hoping to finish this next weekend. I got early the main chapters 5 and 6 left, and then we got coming up after that. We're gonna be doing Far Cry 6, and we're also gonna be coming up in April, like a Star Wars Skywalker Saga and Yakuza 6. So much of good stuff planned for us in 2022. So follow me on social media, so Live, Prince Channel, all guys, Focus, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Speaking of YouTube's got YouTube page, follow the plays, past benefiter, including our playthroughs of Trigger Happy Havoc so far, plus a playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Forbidden West so far, a playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, a playthrough of the Yakuza series, a playthrough of the Lego games I've played, and lots more. Go back to various comments, reviews, all kinds of good stuff. Also got a Discord if you know more stuff on in the future. And if you're on a full schedule, we've got planned for the rest of 2022 tentatively, and then some stuff are planning for next year. We do have a scheduling page. I know, it's weird. It's like, why are you playing stuff for next year? It's stuff I know we're not gonna get to this year. It's like, you know what? I want to start playing it out, like the Pokemon, where I know like I took the Pokemon Skull and Violet, and I gotta get to that this year, most likely. So it's like, okay, we're gonna play that anyway, like we did the Pokemon, like we did Pokemon this year, in January. Yeah. Neat. Let's see. Well, let's see then. Beyond. I don't see anyone else. Well, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, hopefully less up is up or tomorrow will be alright. Been Weston and Margaret. So the next time going when since I said that my internet's starting to drop a little. Peace out. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.